All right, I finally got a game after like half an hour. One of the main problems on OGS is that one of the main issues on OGS is the lack of actual games. Like it is with a provisional player, so I don't actually know how strong this guy is. So we'll actually see. Sometimes they're really weak, sometimes they're really strong. It just kind of depends. It's kind of like luck of the draw if you get provisional, and it may not be a teaching game, it might actually be like a really tough game, or it could just be a really stupid game. One of those two. It doesn't really. I don't really know if they don't have a rank, because they're still ranking. They're still like the system is still trying to find them a rank right now. This guy at least knows the Josekis. We've discerned that much. He knows the basic Josekis, so that's good. He is obviously playing Moyo. He's obviously playing more of a Moyo style play. Um, I'm actually not a fan of this. It does give significant amount of influence. And these two corners, I don't know if they're more for trapping people or whatever, because I actually don't really know how to actually play against these corners, more or less. Okay, that's definitely not the way to go here. Probably not for me either, honestly, but we'll see. I don't know why you would do this. I assume he probably misclicked or something. I'm not really sure. Because that move doesn't make any sense. This is not good for him. I'm assuming he misclicked there. I'm not 100% sure. That was completely unnecessary. I'm just going to come up this way. Because I can still threaten with this over here later on. He's definitely playing Moyo style, but he's giving me a lot of territory while he's doing it. So it depends on if he actually uses this well, I guess. I mean, I'm not going to fight for this territory. I already have a decent amount, and I don't really want him getting more up here. So we're going to just invade this. Puts a little bit of pressure on this over here. There's still this cut here. I actually never favor a move like that. Um, I said I don't really ever favor a move like this. Because you either give him the uppercut or the lower cut. And neither of those is that favorable. I mean, this isn't great for me either, obviously, but... He's building this Moyo up here, right? But it's really incomplete. It's probably the right move. Just gonna scoot over here on this. You know what? We're just gonna do this. So take all the advantages, let him have the territory, but take all the advantages here, and take all the advantage of this territory. Because he can't let me go that way either. And if he doesn't answer, yeah, there's the clamp. So I'm okay with giving him that territory. I got all three of the corners. I have this. None of my groups are really under threat. And I can get a little bit more here. I should actually probably prop this up because there is some potential in here. For certain. Yes, if he does this on both sides, I'm more than happy. If he doesn't, I have a potential clamp here. So this is way too small for him right now. And I can actually come up here and attack these three. Actually, this is a bad idea because it puts whatever this does under threat. This is actually a pretty bad idea. So this is actually not a good idea. This is definitely not a good idea by me. Now that I look at it, I need to actually think a little bit before doing these things. That's bad. That's actually really bad. I should just leave that alone. I should definitely just leave that alone. He can, well, this doesn't really work anymore, I guess, because I have this little Hane thing. That was a mistake by me. So I don't think I can get out of that right now. I should have done. I don't think this is awesome. I don't think this is a good idea by him either. I mean, I can just connect. Okay, this is a big fight. A little bit more unconcerned with this over here, I guess. I'm still somewhat concerned with this because that, huh. This was, I was playing, this was a really bad idea. Even like playing here would have been better. Gives me some eyes over, like gives me some eye options for here, I guess. But I think this was actually way more important over here. Yeah, this is gonna give me some issues. I still have this though, but right now I'm not really sure. I think this is really damaging to me, but I don't think this influence actually gets him a lot over here. I can use these two as a way to actually make an eye here. Do I do this? So if I come here, you can play that. Now we can come out that way. So I'm just going to use this to actually make an eye. Shoot, I think I just killed myself, but we'll see. I think I did just kill myself, unfortunately. This is not great. Much less than great for me. Ugh. I think I just killed myself. But not that way. I think I'm alive now. I think if he played here, I would have been dead. I think I'm fine. Ooh, maybe not. Did I count? I think I miscalculated this. I think I miscalculated this pretty hard. No, I think yeah, I did miscalculate this pretty hard. I think I just killed myself. We'll see. If I come down this way, I don't think that lives. Oh no, I just killed myself. I totally just killed myself. Yeah, I just totally killed myself. Okay, that was bad. That was really bad. There's not much to review here. I just completely killed myself. I think this was dead anyways. I just miscalculated this. Pretty sure I just miscalculated this. I don't think that ladder works for him. I should have done this before all this stuff, by the ways. Because I did have a lot more liberties then. I know what I would do here. Yeah, that's what I would do. But not that. Oh, wait. Oh, that thing actually works, doesn't it? I didn't calculate that out. I did not calculate that out. I need to like start calculating these things before I do them. Because if I don't, I'm going to end up losing this game. Well, I've already lost actually because of that. I've essentially already lost because of that. So there's no like I'm going to lose. I've already lost this game, but we're going to see what happens with this group. I don't think I can actually pull this back, so it doesn't actually matter. Yeah. All right. I actually did a really bad play there. I actually like, I think I could have won this game pretty easily, but he's a decent player. This is where I really started making the mistake. And of course I just compounded it here. I don't think this really had any chance of dying. I just didn't play it right. This was a mistake from me. I should have just done this. That was definitely a big mistake for me because if I extended out, there was no way he was going to kill this. Yeah, this is definitely the right play to do. There is the thing is like I think I could have come down this way first, and then maybe done this first. If I had done this first, then this would be an I regardless. Oh, no, he actually has this here. Huh. What if I do this first? That would be an I would think, right? And then I can maybe do that. I don't know. Uh, Atari. See, this isn't. Huh. Yeah, he can just do this, and this actually. Yeah, that doesn't actually work for me because this ladder does actually work, I believe. Does it? Did I not calculate this out right? No, it does actually work. It like barely works. So yeah, like the one major mistake I made here, the one major mistake I made here is actually not coming out this way. If I came out that way, I would have clearly been ahead. So I think I got too pushed away on this. I think I got like way too pushed away on this, and essentially, I got way too. I got way too carried away because here I'm like definitely ahead. I feel like if I just did this, I would have won the game more or less. Or like I could just take a less. I can just do that like after I did both these, I'm clearly ahead right now because I have way too much territory for him. I could have just reduced. I definitely could have just reduced like if I did this right now, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Usually, like this is usually not a good move, even if you can do this. It is it. Well, you can't actually do that because I can just push. But even if you do this, it is generally pretty hard to actually kill this group here. I do have a lot of flexibility. You do have Moyo, but I do have a lot of flexibility here. And there, I can create a lot of cutting points. But realistically, I didn't really need to risk that. I think I could have just like come up this way. 13 was heavy. Well, I mean, I honestly could have just come up this way. There's very little, like, he could cut it, but the thing is, like, even if he cuts it, it's not really going to be that, I don't think it's going to be that big here. And there's problems with this because now I have a wall here. In that last variation, yeah, like I think I'm overextending here because I'm actually ahead here by quite a lot. If I just do something like that, I think I would be fine. Like I'm okay with him getting a bit of territory here because I have a lot of territory on the corners already. So I just overextended. I actually want to play another teaching game here for this. That guy was okay. Okay. I'm gonna pass twice. I'm gonna pass once. Also, like I probably did need some calculations. I did need to calculate things a little bit more clearly and just think a little bit more about playing. So I'll pass once. kick is pretty common here. I think a lot of people like the kick because it gives them the corner. I don't know if it actually gives you the corner, but it kind of does, I suppose. One thing I do have to improve about my game, if there was one thing I have to improve about my game, it's playing against Moyos. I'm really, really bad at playing against Moyos. For instance, I'm not great at playing against this here. I think the regular attack is here. I'm going to come out this way. Actually, I probably should have taken the corner now that I think about it. Now that I think about it, I definitely should have taken the corner. A lot of times I do. I do tend to take the end game pretty early and give them the Moyo. I do tend to see what they can make out of it. I definitely do tend to see what they actually make out of it. That is definitely true about my play. Because just like this, I'm kind of giving him a Moyo. I'm kind of giving him a Moyo. Now I can't do this because he can clamp here then. Like that I don't have to respond to. I think I'm actually going to base here. Like this is a really, really scary Moyo, but it's also pretty hard to make. It's also a fairly, it's still very, very hard to make here. But there is a lot of territory here, though, like, regardless. And I can't really just let him get all the territory. Probably not a good play. But this is alive if I do this, but it's not alive if I do anything else. So I do have to be careful because that's not quite alive yet. He can take the upper territory and give me the stone, although I don't really recommend it. That I'm not going to answer. It is pretty risky the way I play because I basically set myself up for my opponent making like really large territories, and then I have to actually invade. If you're talking about that, then I don't know why you would do this. I guess if you want that, but that's a pretty big advantage for me. I think he's playing this wrong because if he doesn't notice it, I'm actually building a Moyo the other way. He's also trying to build a Moyo up here. I don't know how well that's actually going to work. And he let me get this move. Yeah, my Moyo is pretty good. This move is pretty big, I guess. Also, like it's hard for him to actually deal with like moves like this, right? Because that gives me the clamp here. So he's not completely safe here either. This one's actually a little bit hard for me to deal with. But I think I want to push him this way. I can also use the tactic of using my Moyo to kill his Moyo. That's the other thing I could do. There's a lot of points if I just do this, by the ways. So that is another option I'm really looking at right now. I don't think randomly invading these things is the... I don't think like randomly invading down here is the answer. Because I don't think there's really a way for him to live down here. Because this also gives me this here. Ooh. That's going to sting. This is still really big. I think he pretty much has to take this at this point. He's disconnecting. But I also have things like down here and then clamp. And I don't think he can actually do much here. Like this corner isn't his, this corner isn't his. And this is actually a lot of points. And the more he deals with this stuff over here, the more trouble he gets himself into. But the thing is, if I actually take this, it's actually really problematic because I can kill these two here as well. That's actually a tough call. I'm just going to go ahead and take this. Because I can just... I think I can probably just cut here. Well, no, I can't. But that breaks a lot of the stuff down here. And at this point, I'm just... Like, if he does something over here, I'm just going to push and then disconnect the stone. Let's do this, I guess. See, like, this isn't good because I can just disconnect the stone. I mean, if he really wants that stone, that's fine, but... Yeah, see, I'm just going to cut this for right now, and then I'm just going to... Then I'm just going to cut this. There's not much he can do about it. I still get the territory down there. Okay, so... I'm going to Atari this, and... He can't actually come down, is the problem. He can come this way, sort of, but he's giving up a lot over here. He could kill these, though. That's the other thing. He's looking at that over there, obviously. That's, I think, the only way I can go. He might be able to kill that, though. That's the issue with this. I think he can. Which is very unfortunate. But, well, he has this connection here that he has to do. If he jumps down, I might be able to just tuck underneath. I think I will be able to. I give up a lot of territory, but he did give up a little bit up here. And I'm still going to attack this via this once this is all said and done. I don't think it'll be successful, though. Yeah, it's fine. Because I don't... If I just disconnect him, he might not actually win that fight. But I can definitely go underneath. So he did manage to kill off that Moyo pretty well. But now he's gotten a conundrum for himself. Because I can just kill this. If he goes here, I can just live down here. This is a one-shot kill, so this doesn't work. He does get to fix this, though. But he gave up a lot of points here in order to do so. I don't think this works. I don't think there's any way any of this works. That's actually not the most pressing thing. I'm gonna do this. Okay, that's fine. But that actually wasn't... what's most pressing here. I just wanted to do this to actually defend against that. Also, there's problems here if I do this. Oh wait, that wasn't good. That was not good. Yeah, that was not good. I really, really need to think about these things before I do them. Like, really, really need to think about these things before I do them. Yeah, I screwed that up. I should have taken the corner there. I should have clamped. I definitely need to do things before... I definitely need to think about these things before I do them. It's gonna cost me games if I don't. Nonetheless... No, I can't do that. Wait, why? I guess. That's fairly large, I guess. No, I don't think that's... I think it's actually better if you just Tane here. Because now it's Gote. That's not that big. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. I didn't need to do that. I don't know why I did that. Just a reflexive response, I guess, but I didn't need to do that at all. He has to block that. There isn't a choice for that one. Isn't really anything really big here. This corner should have been mine, and I definitely screwed up the corner there. I don't think that actually does anything. Might as well do this just to fix things. Then I'm going to connect this. Well, no, I'm going to do this first. There's a point here. Also a point there, yes. No point there, though. I don't think there are any more points. I think you just fill in the dames from here on out. Yeah, the group down here is like a little too big. Why can't I R6? All right, that was a good game. Let's go back and review. There's definitely points where we both messed up on this. So this is okay. This is fine. This is fine. I think generally you do want to do this. It might actually force me to take this. It's not too bad, though. I think this is generally the invasion people do. Probably something like that. I don't know. But I'm actually used to doing this particular invasion. It's not too bad. I think I might have been better off doing this, though. I don't really know. Yeah, this would have been... No, that wouldn't work, actually. Yeah, that wouldn't actually work. It would be alive, but it would kind of be like that, and that would be pretty good for black. So I definitely took the right side on this one. Coming up, going over. It's fine. I can't do this because he has this clamp. So I have to connect, ignore, secure the base. So if worst comes to worst, you can live by doing this. Invade Moyo. Ignore that. Invade here. This. I don't suggest this move at all. I think letting me have this one thing on top actually is pretty big. You did get like the you did actually get the territory here, but that's actually pretty big. I think like this is too much. This is a pretty big loss for black. I don't know how this works out. Like usually if I'm that strong in the bottom, I would just do this, and I might consider that because if you this is dead, so more or less like I would definitely do this here. I don't know if I could actually live down here. I have doubts that I can actually make 2 eyes down here. There's not enough liberties here. Yeah, there's I don't think there's a way I can make 2 eyes there. Like I would have to do this, but this is dead, so I don't really see a way I can make 2 eyes down there. So I was kind of testing to see what you would actually do, but you gave me the advantage too easy. I think this is just I'm pretty sure this is just dead, because like there's so much strength down here. That's a pretty big loss for black right there. So I'm going to try to get this. This is good for me. While this looks big, it's really not that big right now. You're guarding about 6 or 7 points. So this actually gave me the advantage in attacking this. This is D16 is really big. Because D14 is really big because not only does it secure this in here, it also forces a Sente here. So I probably should have just... Actually, no, this is right. But I should have actually done this right away. Force you to connect. Because if you kind of did anything else, I could have just killed this, and that's a huge amount of territory. Although if you actually did that... no, I mean, I guess you would actually, if I did that and you did that, I disconnected, you would have this move here. I would connect, and then you could probably make a lot of territory here as well. So it would be a tough call for me. This move always kind of exists here. Because you have to play down here. So there's always like a little bit of something there. But then you're not alive here either. So I don't think this would be alive anyways. I mean, I guess you could just keep pushing. But this is not actually very good for... This is actually not that good for... this is actually not very good for... white, because this is, well, I guess if you do that, then he can just do this. Yeah, there's a lot of changes there. Definitely a lot of changes there. But this isn't a good move. Push, cut. I think I probably should have cut on this side more. But I think it's still kind of the same thing. So cut Atari. Yeah, because I'm looking at this as well. That's definitely not the right move. I think if you just connect... I don't know if this would actually work if you just connect. It probably does. But I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I don't think this... No, not that way. You have 3 liberties. Yeah, this probably doesn't... Yeah, this doesn't work, I guess. Huh. But letting me counter Atari that way is not the best move. You could also just... I feel like you could just connect this way, though. I mean, like, white still has that. Yeah, I don't know how this would actually work out. So liberties are pretty tight. But that's definitely not the right. You could be able to connect this, I guess. And now you have a lot more liberties. So if you did this, I think you would actually win. Maybe not, but I would have to do that. There's no way for me to connect. I don't know how many liberties white actually has here. Because I don't really have a way to discount your liberties either is the problem. I would have to do this and then just go down this way. You would have 5. I don't think this works for me specifically. Because I would only have 4, so yeah, something like that. It's pretty complex, but I think this is the key move here. To connect here, because I can't. Because I have to retrieve here, and then if you just come out, even if you come out like this, I would be pretty hard pressed. Yeah, like I don't think that works for white. So connecting up here was probably the best move. It would force me to probably head here. And then you can just connect here, and that would destroy my territory here. So I think that's how you should actually play it. I'm going to do that first. You have to connect that because that's a lot of territory, and then I'm just going to connect this. This doesn't necessarily work in your favor because you have this connection here. You have this connection issue here. So you can destroy a couple of points, but I'm not really sure if it's worth giving up everything. Push in as far as you can. Connect. I have to connect this. And then do something here would be probably maybe the best thing you can do. I don't know. Because I'm actually not alive down here. So maybe you can do something. I don't think you actually can, though. Because I still think you lack liberties here, but this would actually make my territory a whole lot smaller, which is why this might actually be the best. That's probably the best move for you. But you might be giving up these 4 as well, so it's pretty hard. It's pretty called decision, but I think this is actually the best. I think this is that best variation. Atari these first, give up these stones, take this. White has to. You can actually force white in. Here, I still think you might still lose if you actually jump, and if you jump, I can just go under. But like. I think that would probably be the most likely result. I'm not really sure if it's worth it for you. I mean, like, you can't really destroy my territory all that much. And then, yeah, that's not like you're just giving me these 3 stones. So that result wasn't good. This is a one-shot kill, so there's not much there. I'm going to kill this. And this leaves a lot of room for this down here, so that's why he does that. I come in here. This doesn't really work right now because this is already taken. So this is actually a decent play here. I was just looking at the clamp more or less because Yeah, because you guys, I mean, like this doesn't work for white. So either way, there was a clamp here, and that's what I should have done. There's still a clamp here, I believe. Because if you do this, I can still connect this. So that's what I should have done. I should have, like, after this, I should have clamped and just taken the corner. And I do believe he has to either do, I do believe he has to block here, though. Because if he goes elsewhere, I think I can extend down. Then do that. And this is actually fairly large on the corner. So yeah, I seriously screwed up here. Connect here. Just gonna destroy some territory first, and then kill that because that's really big. This is fine. This is not. It's better just to do this because you get some points here. It's just better just to do this. I shouldn't have actually taken this back. I don't really know what I was thinking there, but I just went ahead and took this back. This is going to be bigger because this actually protects your points down here. I mean, I guess this does too, so I guess they're kind of interchangeable. This is just finishing up. This doesn't really matter anymore after this. But that was the review of this game. Like, there were two pretty complex fights today, and I think that might be all I'm actually going to play for today. It's 1:40 in the morning here, and yeah, it's pretty late. So I don't think I have enough time to play another game, but that's how this game should go. Please like and please subscribe. I will do a lot more of these teaching games. I will continue to do more of these teaching games. I'll also do like going up the ladder on Fox over there. I'm actually just burning games over there, testing out new variations. So that's always pretty exciting. Thanks for joining me. I know there's not as many people at this time of the night, but like and subscribe, hit the bell notifications button, and I will be back tomorrow, hopefully, probably at night.